I am putting on right now the Physicians Formula InstaReady. InstaReady? Yeah, the one with the dumb Instagram name. BB cream, which I love. I'm still loving. Was loving in my Physicians Formula Get Ready With Me video and still love. And the concealer that I have been using a lot lately is one that I got this sample of. It's the Urban Decay Naked Skin concealer. And my shade is, you know, whatever the lightest one is. Light, neutral. I've been really happy with this. I like it. I go under my eyes, I go around my nose, and then I do a little bit around my mouth. I also, the step that I didn't film was I've been using in morning and evening a Dr. Brandt lip product. Half of it dispenses a morning product and half of it dispenses an overnight product. And I have to say, like, I've noticed a difference in my lips. When I was younger, used to always get blackheads like around my lips, which is why I have sort of these like visible large pores around my lips. So, and even with this product, like they're still very noticeable, but I have noticed, like, especially this lip plumping product that you put on in the morning, like real results. And then there's an overnight one that I guess has, I don't know, overnight effects. But I really like it. I use the Tarte Amazonian Clay Smooth Operator setting powder, which I have used like basically since it came out, I think. I love it. It's amazing. It is almost bulletproof, almost bulletproof. And I know my cousin Sarah is laughing right now because she also lives in the Midwest and she tried it and texted me last night and was like, well, it lasted until I walked in and out of the house. It gets hot here and humid. Humidity really is the biggest problem. I think she said it was, her estimate was 173% humidity, which seems about right, I guess. So I put a bunch of this under my eyes. I sometimes also will put it, like, I tend to sweat down here on my chin, as many of us do, and then around the nose a little bit. But I've been trying lately not to use powder all over my whole face, and here's why. I went to a beauty workshop a couple years ago, put on by Bettina May, who teaches pinup makeup, and it was really fun. And one of the things that she talked about for, like, vintage beauty, like 1940s beauty, is to only put powder around your eyes, because then that makes the rest of your skin sort of have a dewy finish, which I tend to get a dewy finish naturally. It is called perspiration. But lately I have been trying to do that, like just do powder around the eyes and like let everything else, especially because it's summer and, you know, because illumination and strobing and highlighting is so having a moment. I'm going to contour it next. I am still using the Physicians Formula InstaReady, what's it, the total name? Contour Trio BB stick. This is a long name. I still really love this. It's super easy and fast. And then before I blend, I'm going to do a little more contour. And this is, this came to me in an Ipsy glam bag, and all of the product information has rubbed off. Sorry. I have no idea what this company is by, or what this product is by. It is pink. Sometimes I will do this with a blending sponge. Today I'm just going to do it with my fingers. Blend this down into the neck so that I don't have like a weird cut off spot where I go from shaded to unshaded. Okay, so that's all the contour I'm gonna do. Like, if I will be honest, like not great at the full, like where you do the hairline and the side of the nose and all of this, but cheekbones I can handle, and a little bit of jaw line I can handle. You're gonna laugh, so go ahead and laugh. I'm using the Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2 blush from Essence. I tried reading the first Twilight book. I thought it was awful. I tried watching the first movie thinking maybe I could get into it that way. I'm like, oh, no, hated it. But this blush is great. It's this like really great red color. It's matte. There's no shimmer. There's no nothing. It's, you can like layer it really nicely. I like it a lot. A lot of the brushes that I'm using today, a lot of the ones that I go to over and over again are the Real Techniques brushes. Mine need to be cleaned very badly, but I'm just using a little bit right on the apples of my cheeks. And then blend, of course, like crazy. A lot of times if I'm using cream highlighter, I will usually put it on before I put my blush on, just because I feel like then the blush sort of like locks it all in and sets it, and tones it down a little bit if necessary, if you go wild. But today I think I'm gonna use a powder highlighter, so I'm not gonna do my blush first. The highlight that I'm using today is a powder. This is a Too Faced Love Light Prismatic highlighter. The shade that I use is Blinded by the Light, which is this very pretty sort of pale gold. What brush am I going to use? I find that when I'm highlighting, like, I change up the brush all the time. Sometimes my 3-year-old will come in here and do highlighter with me. This is what she likes to use. Or no, it's not quite this one. It's a Stila one. This is a Coastal Scents brush. It's a Stila one that's this shape. And she knows all the places to put it, but it goes on very concentrated. We have to do a lot of blending afterward. And sometimes she'll take a bath and then I'll still find like a deep line of powdered highlight next to her nose. I change up it, change up my highlight brush a lot depending on how much of a hurry I'm in and how much of a highlight I want. And Cupid's bow, always. There we go. A lot of days, if I'm in a hurry, I will just use the, where is it? The NYX eyebrow mascara. Lately, I also have been using first the Precise My Brow Pencil by Benefit. This actually is like a little darker than the shade of the Benefit Browsings kit that I use. But it was free at Ulta, and this was the one that was closest to my shade, and I actually kind of really like it. Because the NYX Brow Mascara is great and easy and fast, but it is not, you can only do so much shaping with a spoolie. And my brows really need to be filled in. Like this one, not so much. This one is very patchy, and like definitely my, the woman who used to do my brows in Anchorage was like, you have one good eyebrow and one challenging eyebrow, which she was correct. And my eyebrows actually really need to go in and get waxed. That's enough. If I do too much more, I'll have too much eyebrow going on. Okay, and then I'll use my NYX brow mascara. If I want my eyebrows to look perfect, I pluck. I use Tweezerman tweezers. And then I use the Benefit Browsings kit, which is really great and I love. But it just, it takes longer. Although this has not exactly been a super quick brow job. It's a little quicker than I would do if I really wanted like perfect eyebrows. As you can see, these brows are not above reproach today. Urban Decay Primer Potion, of course, all over the lid. I haven't been using eyeliner lately because I can't find one that I like. Markers just don't cut it for me. I've tried a million of them. Pencils move around on me like crazy. Even like the Stila smudge sticks and some of the other, the Infallible, whatever, they all slide and bleed. And so the only eyeliners that I really like these days for doing like a winged eye is a true liquid eyeliner with a brush in a pot, which is like a lot of work for every day. And I mean, I've talked before about how my eyeliner tends to get out of hand. So sometimes I will line my upper waterline with a gel pencil, but that's about really all the eyeliner that I'm doing these days. This is my current favorite daily palette. This is the BH Cosmetics Smokey Eyes 28 eyeshadow palette. The colors are really great. nice pigmentation. And like I said, it's been hot and humid. I put them on over the primer potion and I've had no problems with eyeshadow moving or migrating. Like, it's still on at the end of the day, which I love. I'm using the double-ended brush from one of the Urban Decay Naked palettes. And I think I'm gonna use this mauve color right here. I'm still playing with, I haven't used all the colors in this palette. If you have one eye that you can see out of better than the other eye, do the opposite eye first, which was a confusing way to explain that. So I'll explain it this way. My vision in my right eye is really bad. So when I close my eyes like this, I don't see well. And even with my contacts in, I don't have perfect vision in this eye. So I do have a mirror that, you can't see that. It's got the two sides. It has the magnifying side. So I do flip over to the magnifying side, but I do my left eye makeup. Whatever I do to my eyes, I do to my left eye first, because when I have my left eye closed, I can't see very well. So it's much easier for me then to replicate on my right eye what I've done on my left eye, because I can see much better out of this eye when I have this eye closed. So I'm using the large side of this brush and I'm just putting this color all over the lid. I don't think I'm gonna go crazy today because it is just like, it's a Sunday and I'm wearing a tank top and jeans, and that wouldn't stop me ordinarily. Nothing will stop me from over the top eye makeup, but keep it sort of simple today. Okay, so that's easy enough to replicate over here. I can handle this. It's when I start to get a little more ambitious that I have a hard time keeping things even. So that's nice subtle color. Let's put something fun in the crease. I'm thinking maybe this this purple right here, and I'm gonna use the small side of this brush to do it. Just up a little bit into the crease. I completely lost track for a minute there of which purple I used, so I hope I'm putting the same color on this eye. I think I am. Yeah, close enough. Okay, so I just do like a little bit in the crease, a little bit in the outer V. That's about even. This is the Stila number 9 brush, which I don't even know if you can get. I think I got it at Costco years ago. I love it. It's great. I have 2 of them. Love them. I'm gonna take like okay, just make a decision, Maya. Let's do something fun. Let's take this pink one right here, just a tiny bit, and put that on my brush before I blend. And I'm gonna blend a little bit towards the corner of my eye, but mostly just blend out here in the corner and in the crease. And then up. Okay. Okay. Does that look even? Close enough. So this is the mega combination I've been using on my lashes lately. The Cils Booster XL from Lancôme as a primer. Catrice, I don't know. Lash Boost Extension Fibers, and the L'Oreal Voluminous Féline mascara, which is like in Blackest black. I feel like every name for mascara is just terrible. Just terrible. So when I get ready to put fibers on, I open up my primer or my first coat of mascara and then open up the fibers so that they're ready to go right away. So I'm not wasting time while my first coat is drying, because you want those fibers to stick to it. And because I want things to stick to my eyelashes, I really try to get in there and get like a good thorough coat all over everything. The warning on this fibers says not to use it with contact lenses. I would say use at your own risk. I have worn it with contact lenses and been fine. That doesn't mean that everyone will be, or that even I will be. Perhaps I will blind myself today. Perhaps today is the day. I don't know. If you have sensitive eyes, you know, you maybe don't want to be using fibers right next to them. Although this does say ophthalmologically tested, it also says do not apply directly into eyes. So that's right next to do not use with contact lenses. I don't have my contacts in right now. I definitely would not apply it with contacts in just in case. And then, you know, you decide what the company has warned us. Then go to our mascara with the silly name to make everything black. And try to have sort of a light, when I'm, you know, using a fiber, a loose fiber like that, I try to have a light touch when putting on the final coat of mascara, because you don't want to be wiping all the fibers off into your mascara wand. You want them to stay on your eyelashes to make them look long and thick and beautiful. So, you know, gentle, like I say to my almost 1-year-old when he's playing with the cat. And that's what that looks like when we're all done. I think I am going to play a little bit with a contoured lip today, because that's something fun and different that I've been trying, that the first time I saw lip contouring was like, give me a break. What a bunch of work to go into something that's just going to wear off over the course of the day. But it doesn't have to. There are things you can do to make your lip last longer, and one of those is use a good primer. I like the NYX lip primer. I also like the Urban Decay lip primer. I like this one a little better, I think. It really does make your lip product last longer. I have to reapply much less frequently. I know it does take a long time for me to get ready, doesn't it? I'm sorry. Red feels like a bit much, especially because I have this like pink eyeshadow happening. Okay, here's what we'll use. This is the Gwen Stefani Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in 714. Is that the name of it? Yes, that's the name of it. Okay, so contouring. I'm gonna line my lips like I normally would. I like have a tricky time on my lower lip. I don't know, for some reason, I don't know if it's my teeth, like the way my canines are, but this side of my lower lip is really hard for me to get right. Struggle is real. This side, whatever I can do, no problem. Watch me screw it up now. Uh-huh. Why don't you set the timer on Alexa for 5 minutes? Yes. Okay. All right, I'm on the clock now. Alexa is counting. Okay, so when I do my upper lip, I start at the upper corner here and then just draw all the way down, instead of worrying about, you know, trying to trace my Cupid's bow. I get this little X here. And this is where that Dr. Brandt product is really making a difference, because ordinarily, like, my lip liner goes on very uneven on my upper lip because of these like large pores that I have from having all these blackheads in here when I was younger, but they look better now. They're still there. They'll always be there. Take care of your skin when you're young, kids, because then you're stuck with it. And I line with the side of the lip pencil, both because you get a nice thick line, less work later, and because then you don't have to sharpen your lip pencil as frequently. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna, what's the contour gonna look like? I think we're gonna do a line right here. And then right here. And then we've got that sort of thing happening up here. All right, so that's my lip liner. Now I'm using Maybelline, a Maybelline lip color in Afternoon Tea. It's a rose color. And a Stila lip brush. Why a lip brush? Well, for a number of reasons. One is you have much more control over where your product goes, which when you're doing something like this, where you're trying to get it in specific places, obviously is important. And also because you're not like, you know, like sticking your lipstick in your mouth and getting mouth germs on it, and you end up using less product, putting it where you want it, keeping it cleaner. I have used a lip brush basically as long as I have used lipstick. You know, sometimes I'm lazy in a hurry and I don't, but I prefer to. It is my preferred way. My mother, who's a theatrical makeup artist, she's like religious about lip brushes. So I learned from a young age that was important. So I'm mostly filling in where I don't have lip liner.
Hello. Oh, sorry. Are you?
Oh, no, you're fine. Okay. I'm not like live.
Okay.
But you know, you might end up on YouTube now. I have 40 seconds left? Okay. 40 seconds left. I don't know if you heard that, but she just said thank you to Alexa. Her relationship with Alexa started out fraught, but has become sort of adorable. Ooh, oops. Yeah. All right. Filling in the rest of my, so now we've filled in our lips. I'm gonna blend into, without completely muddying what we have going on here, I'm gonna blend. It's time for me to be done, Alexa said. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay. And that's what our contoured lip looks like. It's new to me and I'm still sort of playing around with what looks good. And I wanted to buy the Maybelline lip contour kit in Vamp, which of course was sold out everywhere, and I didn't buy it online even when it was on clearance on Target, and now I've not gotten it. And then I also was like, I mean, it's really just a lip palette, and I don't really like lip palettes. I like lipsticks and lip glosses, and lip palettes to me are like, then if you want to touch up, you have to carry around a palette with you, which, no thanks. So I've just been winging it myself. I'm gonna put a little tiny bit of a lip highlight in the middle here in the form of the Urban Decay Vice Special Effects, and this one is in White Lie. I'm just gonna put a little touch of that like right here. Tiniest little bit goes a long, long way. And I am trying not to like let my lips touch too much right now because I haven't set this and I don't want all that work I just did contouring to like immediately go away. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to my powder. A light touch. Just gonna set it with a little bit of powder. This won't make it last all day so that I never have to reapply, but it will make it last between the primer and the powder, it will last longer than it would if I didn't use those things. Which, when you're putting this much time into your lip color, you don't want to have to be reapplying it right away. Now I can touch them together. I don't know, it's kind of fun. It's like not, well, there it sort of looks too harsh. You don't want the line to be too harsh. I don't know. What do you think? I'm still experimenting. And that's it. That took a really long time. Thanks for hanging out with me.